And we are back for our final segment ever with Professor Tim Adele. Now, this has been great. I think we're going to have to bring you back one of these days. If I can get the powers that be to let us maybe do some political talk, I think you would be a really fun person, since I come from the news world, to just have those open discussions about where our world is. Because let's be honest, it's been way more interesting the last several years than ever before. So I think that would be really fun to bring you back and have some conversations.
Yeah, it's kind of like that old Chinese curse, may you live in interesting times.
Yeah, sure do. So this segment is most famously going to be referred to as Roast or Toast. So the idea is that we have scoured the interwebs for the latest, greatest, and I don't know what else rhymes with that. Most saddest, I don't know, Yelp reviews on you.
Oh, from like Rate My Professor?
From Rate My Professor. So these have just been collected over the years, and we had our research team.
Literally just with the research team. Yeah.
It's magic. Shut up. We had a research team put this together to find the top ones to go over with you.
Okay.
Because it's not every day we get to openly go over the reviews.
With the revieweed.
With the revieweed, yes. So this is Roast or Toast. Now we know why it's called that. So we will begin. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, great. This one was from April 26, 2023.
Okay.
Great professor for a first-year student. Never failed to make the mornings a lot easier, and his jokes were always awkwardly funny. 10 out of 10 would recommend and would take again. Do you have any awkwardly funny jokes that you could just throw at me real quick?
I am. It's impossible for me to awkward, so I don't know what that would sound like.
Okay.
Okay. I've been accused of telling a dad joke, and I can't for the life of me think of which are the dad.
Well,
jokes.
I mean, you're dressed like one right now, so we got that going on. Just what it is.
I like the 60. I like the early 60s chic.
I can see that. You're probably going bowling after this. Okay. This one is from May 15, 2018. So pre-pandemic. He's really funny and has a great personality. Gets off track a lot during lectures when he is pre-reading your essays, he gives great feedback to make you work better. Are you known? Is that a behavioral characteristic to get off track during lectures for you? Yeah.
Yeah. There's this kind of digressive thing where there's an associated thing that happens. Now, first of all, lecturing nowadays is not the traditional lecturing. You're never going to sit there and talk for an hour straight. It's always supposed to be kind of a dialectic between yourself and the students. Okay, so the student may say something and it'll go off. There's also an association that happens place, like I will be talking about something and suddenly it reminds me of something that happened while I was in China. And I'll talk about that. And then I will usually be able to find a place to weave it back in.
You know what I call that?
Okay.
And I do this because I identify as somebody who suffers from that. That's called ADHD. That's what that's called.
I don't think I have ADHD. I have ADELL.
Oh, which is?
Adele.
Oh, he's quick. He's quick. You know, you can't spell Adderall without Adele.
Right.
November 13, 2017. Best English professor at VVC. I took him for English 50 as well and prepared me for English 101. He's definitely taught me everything my high school teachers could not. I enjoyed his class, except that the entire class is about Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. Nope. He gives the best feedback ever. How can I forget? He is hilarious. So, I mean, are you a teeny bopper when it comes to Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings? Is that like...
No,
are you a fan?
I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I started, but what I really wanted is in 2003 when the Harry Potter movies were coming out and the Lord of the Rings movies were coming out, I'd been reading the Harry Potter books for a while, and I wanted to read the Lord of the Rings. I wanted something that would be allow them to deal with two different works, and they're going to bring them together. And so for about 10 years, Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings were what I was, and I had to stop because I was getting tired of it.
Oh, really? Have you ever gone to the park at Universal Studios to see it?
No, I haven't.
It's really cool.
I haven't.
Like, you really feel like you're in the movies.
I believe it. I've had students go. One student started hating Harry Potter, and then a year later she was getting herself a wand at Universal Studios.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that's cool. Both are really, brilliantly written universes, I think. So, April 20th, 4/20, 2016. Coming back to write this after having transferred from VVC to a 4-year college. So I took Adell 2 years ago, and his classes were the toughest I had taken, and I took about every English course at VVC. But seriously, if you want to be prepared to transfer, then that tough grading is perfect experience. Plus, he's funny, very knowledgeable, and easy to talk to. So you're funny, but you're a tough grader?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, that's the one that makes me happiest when I hear things like that, because my philosophy of teaching is to be eternally demanding and eternally cheerful. Just the idea that you're going to demand a lot of them, but help them along.
Do you feel you are the envy of the English department?
I do not.
Okay. Just had to ask. Pearl Harbor Day, December 7th, 2014.
Wow. Okay.
Hilarious professor. Provides all the information needed. Coming to class was exciting. Looks like Bill Gates.
This is true. This is true. Okay. And yet Bill sometimes spell checks me.
I hope Bill watches this, because that would be great.
Yeah.
And finally, May 31st, 2013. So just a little back. I need to start off by saying that Tim is one of the best teachers I've ever had. He's extremely accommodating and super personable, always willing to take time to help with anything. He's a pretty incredible writer and knows his material. My writing improved profusely. Profusely is a good word. Yeah. After taking his class, he's an inspiration, and I highly recommend him. I mean, it sounds like you got a solid 4-star rating out of 5 for sure. Mm-hmm. Last question before we wrap up the podcast. Who do you look to for inspiration when it comes to life or your career in general? Or even in your journey or your path in life to get to where you are now, who were those figures that you looked towards, whether you knew them or you didn't know them?
Well, I mean, obviously my parents. My parents were a huge influence on me, and every once in a while I still hear myself speaking like my dad, doing things like my dad. But in terms of actual influences, there have been many writers like T. Carregas Boyle, Jim Thurber, all these different things. It's kind of like
Jim Thurber sounded like nothing like you were trying to pronounce, but okay.
Jim Thurber,
okay.
Yeah, and James Thurber actually.
Okay,
it's just the and just kind of P.G. O'Rourke is a huge influence. Sad that we've lost him, and then I was thinking the other day when we were talking about viewing other colleagues' classes. How when you're reviewing a colleague's class, you're kind of looking at somebody who has influenced you. You're looking at things you take from colleagues, you give to colleagues. Especially in the English and math departments right now, there's just a wonderful atmosphere, not only between our department individually, but between the English and math department. I mean, the students are surprised when they find out we like each other, we know each other, but we like each other.
I'm shocked. I'm surprised.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, this is how long I've been here. Jeremy Vieweg, the chair for the math department, was my student.
Oh wow.
Okay.
That's fascinating.
He came into my class wanting to be an English major and came out a math major. So I'm not sure how well.
Could have been the trauma.
It's a trauma.
Definitely the trauma of you, yeah.
The trauma.
So, hey, you know what, Tim? Thank you so much for being a great guest, good sport, and I think we'll definitely be having you back in the future.
Thank you. That's so much fun.
Yep. All right. We'll see you guys next time. Later.
Ramplify the podcast is filmed and recorded in Victorville, California. This podcast is made possible with the support of the Associated Student Body of Victor Valley College. The views and opinions expressed in this production are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of Victor Valley College or its affiliates. Ramplify is hosted by Andrew Caravella, produced by Robert A. Sewell. Production crew includes officers of the Associated Student Body of 2024 through 2025. If you'd like more information about this podcast, please reach out by email, info@vvc.edu.